What about Judge? Let's talk about that. The chances, it's almost like we've forgotten about the chase, for another record. It seems like it would have to be Herculean at this point, though.
Yeah, that homerless drought that included the Rangers series really knocked him off course. And yeah, for him to hit 7 homers in a week, it's not impossible, but it's just not going to happen. I think that they also learned last time. He was playing every day while they were well out in front, and they probably needed to be resting him for the postseason, and they didn't. So I just think that it's probably best for the Yankees if he doesn't start to do it, and of course they want him to get hot, I would suppose, but I just think that that's too tall of a task. Even as great as he's been, 7 in a week is a tough thing to do.
That's a pretty high on pace record,
High bar, yeah. Yankees lead the A's right now 6-4, by the way, in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, and I think Aaron Judge has a ton of accomplishments on his career, but he's missing the biggest one.
Yeah.
And I think that, he already has the record for home runs. I don't really think he cares about beating himself. I think that's another important thing for fans to notice. The Yankees are at home for the remainder of the season after they get back from Oakland. There's one night that stands out to me because it's the Derek Jeter final hit at Yankee Stadium, 10th anniversary. Maybe you feel, maybe you feel
nostalgia.
Like nostalgia, and you want to do something crazy. Like, sure, no doubt. But they're going against the Orioles and the Pirates. So, again, I'm going back to he has bigger visions for this season. He's not really going to get caught up on this record.
Yeah, and so right now the Yankees have a 5.5 game lead in the division over the Orioles, who lost again today. They're the number 1 wild card right now. But who's in number 2? Oh, the Detroit Tigers, who beat the Orioles today.
Yeah.
What a run A.J. Hinch and the Tigers have gone on here as they take 2 of 3 from the Orioles. That's after going into Kansas City and sweeping there. And now they go home as well. I mean, this is a run for the ages. I was actually talking to Kathy and Tom Grieve at the event for John Blake this morning, Jeff, and their son Tim works for the Tigers, has for years, has for decades, I think, and they're Tigers fans, of course, too, with their son working for them. But even someone like Tom, who's been in baseball for his entire life, pretty amazed at what's happening with that team as they head toward October here.
Well, and the teams that have the momentum oftentimes will fare really well early on in the playoffs. I kind of go back to 2007 with the Rockies. They had to come back and win that division. They had to play a tie-breaking game. They beat the Padres in the tiebreaker. And then I think they won their first 10 postseason games. I think it might have been the first 11. And then they had a long wait, and then they had to play the Red Sox and got swept. But the point being, if you go in hot and you stay hot, you got a chance. And the Tigers are hot right now. The Mets are a hot team right now. So if you can find something late in the season and keep it going into the postseason, hey, more power to you. So I'm curious to see how this all unfolds. It seems like the Orioles are kind of fading. The Yankees are doing okay. I like the Indians. Their pitching, their bullpen is so good. They can shorten games.
Guardians.
Guardians. And then I don't know that the Astros are particularly good, but again, 7 straight ALCSs, you can't put anything past them.
Listen.
Yeah, we hear Yordan Alvarez went down with a knee injury today. Not sure the severity of that yet, but certainly that could have an effect on the Houston Astros. So, Jeff, excellent stuff as always. We appreciate you. The Rangers are off tomorrow, so what are we? Off. We're off tomorrow. But we'll be back Tuesday as we keep an eye on all these races, and we keep an eye on the Rangers' last road trip, the final hurrah, the last hurrah of the season. So
a historic one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very historic. So,
well, they played hard and had fun. Cowboys not looking like that.
Not so much, yeah. So anyway, thank you for joining us, chatting with us, and hanging out. We'll be back Tuesday. I think this week we're here at 1.
I haven't looked at the schedule.
Every day. I think we're here at 1 every day. Yeah, that's right.
Confirmed.
Elijah's giving me the thumbs up over there. So 1 o'clock. Set your timer. Set your calendar. We'll be here. Hope you will too.
Spend your lunch break with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Late lunch.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for the DLLS Rangers postgame podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.